subscribe this channel. Follow us on Facebook and Lomen1. We love you all.
I started seeing in track and field around when you were in OT, right?
Yes.
OT was, I think, somewhere
18.
18. I didn't know.
I'm the person of Ahmed Saeed. I'm from Boakye region, Wenchi. My mom name is Boakye, and my dad is Ahmed Saeed. All of my brothers, we took our grandfather's name. Yeah, that is Saeed.
Muslim, right?
Yeah.
So I think your father married about 3 or 2
I
wives.
think when I grew up, I saw only 2 of them.
2 of the wives.
Yeah.
But you know he married more than 2.
Yeah.
So
We are almost 14 in numbers.
Children.
Yeah.
Only your father's children.
Yeah.
Your mom's children.
We are 5. I was the last born. We are twins.
You are twins.
Yeah.
Are you the only? Like.
No, maybe we are 3. Yeah. Yeah.
Are they all in
Yeah. No, one is outside
this country?
in Qatar.
So before I met you in OT, as I said, anyway, I was able to senior high school.
Yeah.
Were you doing track and field before you came to OT or?
Yeah. Actually, when I started track and field when I was in Istikama Senior High School. Yeah. I started there 2015. 2015. I was a footballer.
Okay, before 2015.
Before 2015, I was a footballer, and in our school, it's like they were just favoring some of the sportsmen. If you are lucky, they will just pick you to get a first 11.
If you say favoring, ask him what do you mean by favoring?
Favoring, like if you have a family, someone in the school, which they are related, they will help the person to get a school team.
You're talking about the soccer.
The soccer side.
Okay, that means if your father or
your brother is a teacher over there. Huh?
Okay.
So here is the case.
Whether you know how to play or not.
Yeah.
Wow.
So here is the case. I was there and I heard that they said they are coming to do the cross country. In the school cross country, and I told myself that if here is the case, then I will just participate on the cross country and see my performance. When I went to that cross country, I came second.
You came second the whole school?
The whole school.
Wow.
So I started from there. After the cross country, there is inter-houses. That time I was running 5,000 meters, 1,005, 800 meters. So when we started the inter-houses, I ran 5,000, I came third. And 1,500 meters, I came third. And 800 meters, I came second. After that, we were going for inter-schools. When I went to inter-schools, my performance was poor because that was my first time.
That was when you met at
yeah, I met at the other schools. Oh, I couldn't even finish the race. I ran in the 5,000 meters. I couldn't finish the race. I ran only 5,000 over there because there is a seniors. So they allowed me to run only 5,000 meters. From there, the next year, the final year, I ran the same event in inter-houses. But when we went out for the inter-schools, I started running 800 and 400. When I went to Super Zonals at Drobo Senior High School, 800, I came 4th. And 400 meters. I came second.
So during all that time, were you still playing the soccer? Or
No. I stopped playing
why
football.
did you stop playing football?
Because I know I have opportunity more than I have opportunity athletics side more than football.
So in the athletics side, weren't there favoring?
No. Athletics side, when they know you are a champion. Nobody can beat you.
So when you run,
Yeah.
no one can say his son or his daughter.
No. From athletics, I get more praises from the teachers.
So since then, you started loving track and field.
Yeah, since then, and I told myself that I will master in athletics. And I quite remember one of our senior coach Chiba. I heard that after when he completed US League, he went to Winnipeg too. Now he is of the army in America.
United States.
Okay. He was a Ghanaian. He asked our PE teacher that what event did this guy doing? He said he's doing 800 400. If I was the coach of this guy, he will run 400 200.
Alright, so I didn't know you when you were in Sikama, when you were going for regionals. I didn't see you, but I saw you in high school. So what brought you to Kumasi? What brought you to S.H.S senior high school?
I completed Istikama Senior High School. When I completed, they canceled our English. And here is the case. And I told myself that
final exam.
Yeah, final exams. And I told myself that I will never write the NOVDEC. I won't go and sit down and write NOVDEC.
Private exam.
Yeah, private exams. And one of the senior called Elijah, he's a brother to me, Elijah Buffs. He told me that if I love athletics, I can come and do the athletics so that I will get the exams too. He mentioned 3 of the schools. I think 4. S.H.S was not part. OAS, Prempe, Islamic, and S.H.S. And when we went there, all of them were just doing that. They have athlete. So even me, I denied that I won't go to Islamic because I went to Islamic school. It was the end of the admission, OT. So they called me that I left with one chance. So let's go and try. Then when we went there, they said they need an athlete. Then when I went there, then S.H.S to pick me. In the day, I think this day was the day that S.H.S to pick me.
Which date is this?
7th September
7th September. Okay.
2017.
So let's say today is your birthday.
Yeah. And actually, it was my birthday. I was born. Yeah.
Alright. Definitely awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome. We asked your age after. Wow. So you started track and field and OT.
And I started track and field and OT. When I went to OT, I was training with Usugad, Frimpong.
Frimpong was in OT, right?
When I went there, he completed OT 2 years.
2 years before.
Yeah.
Frimpong, Prince Charles.
Yeah,
he's in the United States.
Yes.
Now. And God, too. At that time, too, God was your mate, right?
Yeah, my mate. Yeah, Prempe College. So when I come home, we train together at Wesley College over there. Coach Ja was training us, and Coach Kenneth, they were supervising us there. They try. We thank them for a lot. We will never forget about them.
So what really was your achievement in
S.H.S? When I went there, I told myself, I heard a lot about Frimpong. So I told myself So I told myself that even if I can't do all, I will try my best to restore my name at that school. I tried my best and I became champion over there. When I went there in houses, I beat them even 124. 100, 400. Because my coach, after that, before going there, they prepared me very well. So I try my best, and my first interco, I never met this kind of crowd in my life. So when I'm telling you, when I went, when I saw the crowd, and I said, wow. I was running with Solomon, Solomon Diafo. That time he was on fire, that guy. I was running with him. Heat, the to range the heat, like, you know, I was the best athlete at that school, so let's compete with the best athlete on the other school, so that my fellow colleagues will just get the chance to qualify to the final. So when I ran with Solomon, Solomon beat me very well.
He's in the arm for this right now.
Yeah, Solomon is. I greet him. Solomon beat me at the heat. I came second. In final two, I came third. Final race, I came third. In Tako and Super Zonals, I won't lie to you. Baba Blake, Razak, and Solomon.
I think God was there, right?
No, God did first start on the heat.
Oh, sorry.
So, in finals, Super Zonals 2018 finals, they beat me.
You qualified to the finals?
I qualified to the finals. Yeah, I qualified. I tried my best. I said I'll qualify, and I qualified. I ran 48 to qualify to the finals. So they beat me. I got lane 8, and that guy at Tipper.
I think he came first. Right?
Yeah, he came first. I forget his name. He got lane 7, and Solomon got lane 6. Baba Blake got lane 4. Razak was in lane 5 by Razak was falling sick.
So you didn't run.
Yeah, they beat me. I didn't run. I didn't finish the race. I was jogging from 100 meters. They beat me, and then I told myself that after this Super Zonals, I will never give up. I will train. So the whole year, I trained very well. That was 2019. That was my year. 2019, I tried my best. Super Interco, I did some a little bit mistake, and the guy from Aduma beat me final. In the 400 final.
So you came second.
I came second. And Super Zonals too. My school loaded me a lot, so I was so tired. When Super Zonals the first day, when I went back to the school, I was just vomiting. I was just running because of they forced me. I never did this kind of competition in my life, so I was feeling sick.
Upon all the hardship you went through and all the sacrifices you made for Uti, all the achievements, how was your treatment there? How were you living life there? How was life?
Wow, very great questions. When I went there, the treatment was very good, because when I went there, I was not a bad guy. I behave a lot, and the way I behaved, the teachers took me like their brother, like their son. So when I went there, I didn't even sleep at the dormitory.
Wow.
I was sleeping at...
As a student?
Yeah, as a student. I was sleeping at... Assistant headmaster of domestic.
Okay.
His room.
His house.
His house. Even we have our own room. Ian is one of his nephew.
So that means you never encountered any hardship or any...
No, my hardship is like sometimes, you know, not all of the teachers like the sportsmen. Sometimes maybe we need a food after training. When we are going for dining, they will just, the dining hall prefect, the dining hall teacher, they will just say that all of the sportsmen supposed to come to the dining hall. While that time we are training. You know, when we came after training, when we came, they will just finish all of the food, so we won't get it. That's our hardship that sometimes we face. But as time goes on, I try my best to solve all of those issues with academic headmaster, domestic rather.
I recall you've represented the nation in several international competitions.
Yeah. 2019 Super Zonals, I heard that they said that maybe after that Super Zonals, we will go to Tamale for qualification for All African Championship.
Okay, that seniors or juniors?
Seniors and juniors.
All right.
So second day when I was coming, I just brought one of my shirt.
So you're preparing to
yeah,
travel to Kumasi.
but I wasn't not fully said that I'm going, because I was thinking that I was not feeling well. So how can I go in after this person? How can I go and run that race? So then I was there, and one of my coach told me that, oh, I should go. I can do it. I can make it. So when I went there with Coach Kora. We left here 10 p.m. We got there 4 a.m. the next day. So when we went there, Bob Lincoln stretched us. He just showed us how to recover. So, but still we were weak because of Super Zonals. But some of our colleagues were there almost some days. That Central Region athlete, they went there for almost 3 days before we were coming. So when we went there, and we ran the race the same day, on the Saturday.
Okay, the Saturday you arrived.
Yeah, we ran this. So we started the race around 10 o'clock, and they started from 200 meters. So I told myself that let me register for the 200, so I would just use that 200 to warm up. So when we started the race, I shoot 50 meters, then I just jog. After 200 meters, we are running 400. So I told myself, what kind of mistake that I am doing? So can I run the 400? And here is the case: the athlete that they were expecting, they didn't come. So they just did the race and straight finals. That one helped me a lot. So I ran the 400 meters. Then I did my personal best.
Wow.
In electronics.
Wow, what's the time?
48.36.
Alright. So the times you were running the Super Zonals weren't electronic time?
No, it wasn't. It was hand time. So I ran my personal best over there, 48.36. After the qualification, they told us that they would call us. We should go and train.
The Africa Games was to be held in Cote d'Ivoire.
Yeah. So after Tamale, I was training alone. So there is no coach, just doing some small training. Then they call us. When I went to Cote d'Ivoire too, I did my personal best.
The 400.
The 400. I ran 47.85.
Wow.
Over there.
Where does your strength come from? Is it that the athleticism is in the family, or you are the only one who is a sports guy, or you picked it up from someone?
No, in our family, almost all of them are footballers.
Male and female.
Male and female.
Wow.
You know, my uncle was a great footballer. Yeah, and my brother too was a footballer. My elder brother. He even traveled with the football. He traveled with the football at Egypt. But I heard that my uncle said he has run before, but he didn't take it like serious.
So were they supportive in terms of money or kids or any other thing?
No, when I started, nobody is supporting me. You know, I quite even remember when I was coming to Kumasi, I brought only 2 running vests. Only 2. Even it was not a running vest, it was a house jersey. And I just cut off the hands using it. And one stretch, I bought it at Sunyani when we went to regional campaign.
So was it that they didn't want to support, or they didn't have to support?
You know, here is the case. That time, you know, that they don't understand the athletics. Apart from my sister and my brother, nobody. That time too, I don't know how the athletics is. I'm now coming in, so I don't know that someone will help you to do this, to do that. So I don't know that one much. But when I came to Kumasi and I realized that athletics is all about supporting. If someone didn't sponsor you, you can't go further.
How do you care for yourself? Where do you get your support?
You know, I got my support from some of the old athletes and our seniors. Other side, my brother and my sister. I really appreciate them, what they are doing for me. Even some of the officers, they help me a lot. They mean a lot to me, especially Brahima, Coach Pablo. They help me a lot. Sometimes I don't have money. They care for me. They give me food. They give me a place to sleep, to rest. After that, I'll go back home. Even I can rest there from morning to the evening. Brahima. And from then, some of the old athletes that like Mr. Wisdom too. I met Mr. Wisdom just recently, last year, December, Juniors Olympics. And then he started supporting me. He even brought me some case and running shoes.
You reminded me about the Junior Olympics. That was the LCC, Coach Elon's competition, right?
Yeah.
Coach Elon is in the United States right now.
Yes.
So I remember you ran your personal best. You just came out of nowhere from 48, 46. It was very marvelous. Everybody was surprised. That time, Frimpong Prince was on his speed. He was controlling the 400 meters in Ghana. He just came from nowhere, defeated him. It was very surprising. So, what brought about that personal best?
After school, I came back to Coach Kora, and from Kora I switched back to Pablo. That was 2019.
That's Emmanuel
Akon. 2019, you know, after 2019 we went to Takoradi for circuit games. From then, you know, that lockdown just came across. So after 2020, I got a knee injury. So I was just treating myself. When coach met me after that lockdown, coach told me that my running style has changed, so you have to change my workout. So I started doing my workout. I started doing power work. So I did more power.
So are you trying to tell us that before you weren't running 46, you weren't doing power, there was no power work in your workout, all right? So
yeah.
All right, so that was the difference.
Yes, that was the difference. When Pablo started the power work, I started seeing some changes in me. When I'm running, I run relaxed. I run 300 easy. And some of the coaches, they are in other side, Coach Abu, they help me.
They came as coach.
Yeah, they came as coach. They helped me. They psych me, they told me, they correct my mistakes. 2021, I ran my first race, the first GA competition. I ran 49 over there. That time too, I think those people did the mistake. I supposed to be qualified for that race. So the next competition, it happens on the Ramadan. I think it left 3 days to complete the Ramadan, that 30 days, the fasting. And I ran my next personal best, 47.74. So after the Ramadan, we were there, we were just training that time after Ramadan we heard that the season has ended. And we were just training, we were still doing the power work at the hockey pitch. That time we don't have even a track.
So that time they were renovating
the stadium. So once a while, then we went to Tech and go and train. So here is my secret. I have some secret training doing. Then whenever we are doing a power work, sometimes I join Coach Abu to run, to do speed work. So I did some of trials with Coach Abu, especially 300 meters. So from then we were there and we heard that they were organizing some competition called Opera competition. So that time I told myself that this competition, I just want to get a new personal best over there. So I told myself that if they hit I run 46, if they hit I run 47, definitely I'll force myself to run 46. So I was targeting I set myself that I'm going to run 46. When I went there, I ran 47 in my heat. Even Frimpong was just shouting that, what kind of race that I ran over there? I was running like a madman at my heat. I ran my heat with Baba Blake. So when I saw Baba Blake, like, I feel shocked. You know, I said, hey, I'm running with Baba Blake, but still, I can do it. So when I beat Baba Blake on the heat, so final, I just put the same strategy. I was now final, I'm with Frimpong. Here is the case, I got lane 5 and Frimpong was in lane 6. So I said, if Frimpong was in lane 6, he would be my target. So we started the race. I shoot first 150. So Frimpong also shoot first 150. So when we got to from 150, I realized that Frimpong is not going anymore. So from 150, Frimpong was coasting. So I told myself, if this guy was coasting, I will also coast. So I was coasting from 150, and I realized that when Frimpong is running 400, he shoot from 150.
He finished from 150.
He finished from 150. So I told when I was running, I told myself that if I start my finishing from 150, Frimpong will beat me. So I will start mine from behind. So I shoot from 180s. So when Frimpong see that I started shooting, he also shoot from there. So I spoil his running, how he ran. So when we got to 120s, we were just head to head. And I realized that when we use the same pace to get to the 100 meters, I will lead him. Because he was the outer lane, I was the inner lane. So one of the prison coach Gureman, he told me that, you know, when we are running and both of you guys came to head, put in your mind that both of you are tired, but tell yourself that you can still do it. Then I remember that thing in my race. I won't lie to you, when I'm running, I was just talking to myself. So I'm just trying to just bring that thing to me back. When I'm running, I talk to myself. How can I make it? How can I do this? So I just put that thought in my mind. So when we go to 120s and I change my leg, I change my running form again, then I was just running. Simple. Then I finished. When I realized I did the 46. 46.
The whole stadium shook. Everyone was so happy.
Yeah, 46.74.
So after your personal best 46.74, right? You've never seen Osman again doing those kind of marvelous where we've never seen you performing. You've been coming to competition, but you've not been performing well.
Yeah, after my personal best, 3 days, we ran that race 25th June 2021 and 28th June. I was at the gym Monday. We ran the race on Friday, a Thursday. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, I came to the stadium that the coach told her that we are going for gym. So when I went to the gym early morning and I have a call that my mom just passed away. Before then, before I'm going to run that opera competition, my mom was not feeling well. So I called my mom that I'm going to run the race. My mom prayed for me and I also prayed for my mom because I know my mom was not feeling well. So after the race, I called my mom. I even tried to go and visit my mom after the competition. And on the Monday, I heard that my mom just passed away. So I never experienced this kind of situation in my life. So from then, I train, but I'm still falling. I train like I always train. I train, but my mind and my everything is not on the track. When I was training, like, you know, I'm happy, but when I got home, I'm so sad. So you can see that after that competition, they did some armed forces games at Accra. I didn't participate on that competition. Yeah. So everybody was expecting me to come and run that competition, but you know, after all, when my mom just passed away, after all those kind of situations, then I just fell sick. So I can see my performance was going down when I'm training here. Like, let me put it in this way: I'm not seeing myself well. I was just frustrated, like I was just embarrassed. You know, when I'm training, even when we went to just that armed forces games, I was just watching them. From that armed forces games, and I told myself that let me just gather myself and just come back. So after that armed forces games, I heard that they have some games called Junior Olympics. So I tried to come together and train and just maintain my position as a 400 meters, my title. But I tried my best, I couldn't make it. I ran that Junior Olympics, I came third. I couldn't even run 47. From that Junior Olympics to 2 weeks, that when my mom passed away, I think 40 days, and I heard that my grandmom also passed away. They are all in the same room. My mom was taking care of my grandmom. So when I heard my grandmom also just passed away, then the situation came worse. Like, I don't know what to do. So when I come to training, it seems like I'm trying to entertain myself so that I would become happy, but still. So I couldn't get this. I couldn't get the off season. I couldn't get it at all. So when I come to training, after training, the kind of rest that I have to get, I'm not able to get that kind of rest. In the night, I'm telling you, I can't sleep. In the night, I can't rest. So sometimes when I want to rest, when I want to get the rest, I just run away from house and come to Brian's place and come and sleep there so that I will get the rest. But still, I'm not able to get that rest. I'm trying to entertain myself to become happy, but still. So here is the case. From December to January, I passed through a lot. So, you know, my mom means a lot to me because sometimes when I find a lot of difficulties, my mom helped me. And I stay with my mom for a long time. I just left my mom just 3 years when my mom just passed away.
That was when?
I left my mom at Wenchi.
Wenchi.
Yeah.
Okay, so you lived in Wenchi.
Yeah, I live in.
Is the camera in Wenchi?
Yeah.
Okay, it's the camera. So you lived almost all your childhood life.
Yeah. I don't even travel.
You never travel until you came to.
Yeah, when I'm traveling, maybe I'm traveling with my mom. I can't remember. I came here twice. Both I came here 3 times. The 2 was I was with my mom, and the third one was I was with my twin sister. So the reason why I couldn't perform well in this season, the kind of situation, the reason why I couldn't perform, my mom's situation was part. So coach just called me and just asked me what is worrying me. Coach and Brahima, they asked me. The true fact is, I couldn't tell them this is bothering me. They should forgive me. I'm sorry for that. So the reason why I couldn't tell them that, maybe someone was sitting behind that after 46, Osman think maybe he is the boss. He would just start following ladies. You know, maybe someone was that. Maybe the reason why Osman is not performing well, maybe you're following ladies. You're following now. You know how to yab ladies, so you following ladies. Not that. That's not the problem.
So sorry about that. You know your problem. You yourself, you know your problem. What
Yeah.
are you doing about it?
Yeah. And the other time we were here, and coach called us that he want to ask us what is our problem, and I told him that I quite remember that when I was starting the 2021 season, I started with power work. So I think maybe when coach sent me back to my power work, I'll perform well. So when we ended this season and coach sent me back, now we were still on our power work.
So you think things are going on well?
I think inshallah, by the grace of Almighty God, by the next year, I know I will see myself the position that I think I will be.
Right. So all Africa Games 2 is coming on in Ghana. Are you aiming to that? Are you working towards?
Yeah. Before that All African Games, before I ran my 46 and this All African Games coming, I talked to myself that if I run the 46 next year, by this year, I'll try my best to run 45. I was just encouraging myself that I never heard that anybody running 45 in Ghana here, but maybe I will be the first person to run 45 in Ghana here. Yeah. So when my mom just passed away, that things came across. I couldn't run 46 in this year, but I was still telling myself that I can do it. Like the way I just came from nowhere to run 46, I know Almighty God will do the same thing from nowhere to 45. Because the day that I ran 46, I never expect that I will run 46. So I know a day will come by the will of God. I will never expect that maybe I'll run 44, but that day I'll run the 44 or 45.
You are somehow well familiar with other countries, how their track and field seasons are, how their competitions are arranged, and how things go. What do you think Ghana track and field really needs? Because I'm here too, I know how it goes on. You don't have much competition.
Ghana track and field is like, I just want to put it in this way, like Ghana track and field is like, our competition are not many, and we can just finish. They can tell us that we have ended the season, we were there, and they will call that there is another competition. So we don't know how to prepare very well. We don't know how to plan for competition. Maybe me, the athlete particular, I should plan that I'm targeting this competition. For my target, that this competition I will run my personal best, or I'm preparing. Maybe some of the, what I realize is some of the professional athletes, they target some of the competition. You know, they go for some competition and go and run for just for prepare themselves for some competitions. By Ghana here, you can't do that. You don't have a competition that let me run this 1, 2, 3 competition so that I will prepare myself from 1, 2, 3 competition. And when I'm going for the next competition, I know that this competition I'm going for medal or I'm going for this. Ghana here, you can't do that. You will never. When you try it, you will burn yourself.
You will be training for this competition and it won't come on.
Yeah, they will just.
The season just ended and maybe the next week they'll say there's a major competition.
Yeah.
You have to come around. No
even as we are talking now, it happened this year. They told us that the year has ended. We don't have any competition. But now we heard that they have some competition coming, unity games also.
That one too has been postponed to December. So
yeah, they postponed it.
Training towards next month.
You know that one too has affected some of the athletes because we think that we are going back to our off season, and they told us that we have that competition, and now they have postponed it. Now we get back to off season again.
So what do you think Ghana really needs?
So Ghana here, only God. When you are training me, I won't lie to you. There is something here. You don't have to put yourself on your leaders, because Ghana here, when you put yourself on them, they will betray you. And Ghana here, there is one thing I will say this: when you become a good athlete, that all of the top people knows you, but when you fall, they don't know you. When you fall, nobody will come to your aid. Only one of your seniors, some of your coaches, or some of them who care about you will come and ask you, hey Usman, last year we saw you running this race and this year what happened? Nobody will call you and ask you that.
You mean they just help you when you are in your phone?
Yeah, in Ghana they help you when you are in your peak, running a good time. So when you fall, nobody will just come to your aid and tell you what happens to you.
Help you to get back.
Yeah, nobody will help you. So you have to struggle on your own.
How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I love track and field. I love it, and I'm not ready to stop it.
So looking at the Ghana system, the system, what can you do yourself as an athlete to help yourself? Because you can't just rely on just if you are not getting the kind of help, the kind of support you need from them. What are you doing? What are you yourself doing to help yourself to get to your next stage?
As at now, we are not getting any support from anywhere. So even if we didn't get the support through our person, we know if God touches someone's heart, that the person will just help me. So the thing that make me admire football is, when you go, I went to a lot of foot justifiers, when you got there, they will ask you, who sent you? Who brought you here?
They won't know you wait for you to play for them.
No. You play. The most painful thing is you play the football. Nobody know. The whole world know that this guy is very perfect. This guy can play the football very well, but they ask you, who brought you here?
Oh, so a better company.
Yeah. Who brought you here? So I have to tell them that Lau brought me here for someone. My uncle is this that brought me here. If you don't have anyone, that's all. We will see you later. That's all. So athletics, the thing that make me love athletics is upon all struggle that we are passing through in Ghana here, our leaders, when you make a better time and when they are traveling, athletics, some of the seniors counter them, so they can't just leave you here. They will just send you.
You just need to run the time. Let's say to qualify.
When you qualify, they will send you.
Who are you?
But athletics, they won't ask you who brought me here. But football, who brought me here?
It's been a nice time. Thanks for sharing all your life.
Yeah, I also want to thank a lot of the seniors, those who were helping. Even Mr. Lomen was part. They helped me a lot before coming to track. They motivate me. I can't remember, I bought a running shoe, my first running shoe. I bought it from Mr. Lomen. Yeah.
You run a personal message that time.
I use when I went to Tamale, I used Mr. Lomen running shoe. That's a running Nike running shoe. I use it at Babayara and Tamale.
I think you use the Overcast.
Yeah,
to run 46.
Mr. Lomen helped me. So I thank all of them. I thank Mr. Wisdom, Coach Pam. There are many. I can't mention all of them. You know, any of them, she or he didn't hear his name, she forgive me. I thank all of them. There are many. So I really appreciate what they are doing for me. Even some of them, not about money, they just talk to me. I like anyone advise me. I like advice. So if you call me to advise me, I really appreciate it.
Have requests for the upcoming artists. We have many upcoming artists who sometimes feel like giving up because of some poor reasons.
Yeah,
Meeting the American Africa.
yeah. What I have to say is they shouldn't give up. You know, we passed through a lot. Maybe today, where I am, the situation that I passed through, maybe you pass more than that. Those upcoming, I think they pass. Maybe what I face, they will face more than me, but they shouldn't give up. You know, when God started blessing you, you know, it seems like you got an injury. The injury will just come at once, but when it's healing step by step. So when you are passing through the difficulties, definitely one day it will come to us and it will come at us. So they shouldn't give up. They should keep training hard. Like the same as you just came from nowhere, you can beat some of the seniors. They can also train and beat some of us. Okay, don't forget to follow to subscribe this channel. Follow us on Facebook and YouTube channel. Lomen1. We love you all. Bye.